The information provided on the Forever Young Show by its host or sponsors is for educational and personal alternatives. Statements have not been established by the Food and Drug Administration. They are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to the Forever Young Radio Show. Over the past 2 decades, we have had the opportunity to serve and help so many listeners. We do that by bringing on respected educators in all fields of health and wellness. We pride ourselves on keeping consumers in the know about our ever-changing healthcare system and ways to support the body. Each week, with the help of our special guests and experts, we have one goal in mind, and that's to ensure every listener has the most up-to-date information on ways to support all aspects of health. Now, here's your host.
Hello, everyone. So glad you could join us today right here on Forever Young. If it's the first time you've caught our show, whether it be on the traditional radio dial, Sirius XM 131, or any of our wonderful podcast platforms, welcome to the show and thank you for finding us. We've been here for well over 26 years, and we show up each and every week with the hopes of informing and educating every listener on healthier lifestyle options and good quality science-based information. If you'd like to learn more about us, it's very easy to do so. You can do that at foreveryoungradio.com. Again, that's foreveryoungradio.com. There we have articles from A to Z on every single topic you could think about, and podcasts, which include the same things. I think we're up to about 520 podcasts, ranging on all things when it comes to your health, including our very special guest who's coming up next. And I am honored today to be joined by my health mentor of many decades, and that is Karen Masterson Cook. Karen helped me all those years ago when I was struggling with my health journey and then got bitten by the health bug, and really just was able to turn my life around and go into a different direction. So I'm very grateful for that. And again, for people who are new to the show, this is our 4th show that we've recently done with Karen Masterson Cook. The first one we did on the Fountain of Youth, aloe vera, where she talked about her clinical work with MD experts in immunology, allergies, and even HIV. That led to the AlloLife products all these years ago and have really led us to the opportunity to be able to talk to Karen today about maybe some shortcuts to get back to a healthier you. Karen Masterson Cook is a clinical nutritionist, health educator, author, and also the founder of AlloLife. AlloLife has been a respected brand for over 30 years, and it's also been a mainstay for me and my family, as the AlloLife products are really the best buy and the most potent, in my opinion, that you can get in the marketplace. This show is going to be packed full of great info for our listeners and covers 4 to 5 factors that lead to the body feeling fatigue. And I'm really grateful to have Karen join us because this is her specialty. She's going to do a full sweep of the what, why, and how, and ways that we could potentially get some of our natural energy back, especially from someone who has worked with patients, dealing with health issues, and really has gotten some great results using food supplements, and herbs, including the king of herbal bitters, aloe vera. Welcome to the show, Karen. So grateful you could join me today to cover a very big topic, and that is no energy. No energy, think aloe.
Well, thank you, Kelly. The show today, No Energy, Think Aloe, is both mental and physical energy. It's packed really full of info, listeners. There's 5 different factors that lead the body into fatigue. I think we can cover, what, why, and how does one get their natural energy back? Because I've really worked with people one-on-one, in this clinic setting and after as clients for, gosh, almost 45 years, Kelly. Can you believe that?
Oh, I believe it. Listen, Karen, you weren't dealing with people who maybe just had a common cold. You were dealing with people who were having life changing, maybe end of life type of processes. So I'm grateful for you to be here today, and we're going to do that full sweep. Now, Karen, one of the things that I learned about you all those years ago is Dr. Virginia Livingston Clinic. You worked a lot in immunology clinics in San Diego. Let's talk a little bit more about that.
In staying with the actual topic of energy, I didn't used to understand aloe way back then. We were just having these wonderful protocols with Dr. Virginia Livingston, using her vitamin C IV drips and about 30 to 40 different supplements. But as I found out in my next position, working more with AIDS and cancer and everything in between, is that aloe actually was extraordinary. But it wasn't until we actually opened a bottle of the aloe juice concentrate, when we all said, cheers, we looked at each other and we said, did you feel that? The energy buzz. I mean, Kelly was just so significant. Besides working with the aloe concentrate from that day until now, I never want to stop taking it. I mean, the energy that I get on a daily basis and everyone gets is amazing, along with health conditions being supported from A to Z, just like the ancients wrote about digestion, regularity, energy, immunity, skin, allergies, and so much more. And I didn't understand that it had over 100 actives in the plant itself.
I know you had a quick energy testimony you wanted to share with the listeners.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned it, Kelly. In fact, this woman called and she told us that she had bought the cherry berry, the delicious cherry berry
Mhm.
whole leaf juice concentrate for her kids' regularity, and it worked. So she took it, had success, and then the rash she had been dealing with also resolved. And what was the clincher is her daily energy was amazing. A mother of two twins, that's a big deal, friends. So she just had to call and thank us for making these great products. It works like no other, as you know, Kelly.
Pretty amazing how long we've known each other and how much and my family have been able to benefit from the Aloe Life products. And I know each of the 5 factors in developing fatigue to relate to each other. I want to talk about that when we come back from the break, Karen, if you don't mind, and really get into the topic of poor digestion and absorption that a lot of Americans are dealing with.
Okay, that sounds good. And to introduce the number one factor of fatigue is nutritional deficiency, both in the US and the world, causing anemia, also known as tired blood, friends.
If you get lost along the way, hit the weekly highlight page at foreveryoungradio.com. Right back.
Fermented nutrition is vital to our well-being, but often missing from our daily diet. Introducing Kimchi One by Brightcore Nutrition. Kimchi One harnesses the power of kimchi, the most nutrient-dense fermented food on the planet. High in vitamins A, B, C, and K, fiber, calcium, phosphorus, folate, and unique probiotics found only in kimchi. Kimchi has been shown to improve gut health, mood, focus, and memory, hair growth, thicker, healthier, and reverse hair loss, quality and appearance of skin. Kimchi is exploding in the health world as a leading anti-aging superfood. When kimchi was introduced to human cells in a test tube, it actually slowed the aging process. Now you can get all the benefits of kimchi in convenient capsule form with Kimchi One. Call now at 888-958-5331 or learn more online at trykimchinow.com. That's trykimchinow.com.
We wouldn't go a day without washing our hands, brushing our teeth, and washing our nose. Whoa, wait, we wash our nose? Yes, the number one place where bacteria, viruses, and pollen enter your body is through the nose. So the average person breathes over 23,000 times a day. That's 23,000 opportunities for bacteria, viruses, and irritants to get into your nose and make you sick. For an extra layer of protection, wash your nose with Xlear. That is Xlear, Xlear. Xlear's drug-free nasal spray features xylitol, an ingredient proven to block adhesion of many nasty bacteria and viruses, and effectively clean. Not just rinse like a saline, but wash your nose. Xlear nasal spray quickly alleviates congestion, opens your airway, and ensures your body's natural defenses are strong. Read the research studies for yourself at Xlear.com. That's Xlear.com. Protect yourself from the pathogens and junk you breathe. Pick up a bottle for you and your family today.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, being joined by Karen Masterson Cook, clinical nutritionist and founder of Aloe Life. Again, learn more at aloelife.com. They have a wonderful education center. Now, Karen, before we went to the break, you dropped the A word, anemia, which I think a lot of people are dealing with. But I want to go back and talk about the 5 main factors that are really incorporated when someone is dealing with fatigue.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, Kelly, because to do an overview, we're going to cover quite a bit of information. And as time allows, we can come back. But number one is anemia. And that's where when people are not feeling good, even getting emotional outbursts and not doing well in school, you need to cover those 4 different missing food nutrients. But nutritional deficiency is the number one reason. Number 2, poor digestion and absorption. You can get the right foods in, but if you're not absorbing them, like with IBS, 80% of people, actually having that and are unaware. Number three, underfunctioning of the body's organs and glands. I mean, people don't go around thinking about that, but vitamin E is so undersupplied, and other nutrients, of course, to build bone marrow for cells and actually support immunity. And number four is environmental toxins inside and out. And it slows total body metabolism and gives us fatigue. And got to number five, da 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 da. Total immunity is so important, and it works fast. It's to add the aloe or the aloe plant to actually support the body's immunity in 5 pathways, because the research has exploded, friends, and not only with more flu and viruses and bacteria, but the spread, I hope we get to that, is the herpes simplex virus, Kelly. Nobody talks about not only the painful sores, but the reasons for causing it are triggers that we will talk about. And it can really give sudden headaches and the rug syndrome, friends, causing no energy. Reversing the anemia, number one, to build the strong blood, to carry oxygen, to energize the body requires not only a variety of protein, I know you know that, Kelly, but also iron and folic acid and B12. Especially vegans, they're really not getting enough, and they think that maybe some miso is going to do the trick, but it really doesn't. I was vegan for many years. You have to supply it in animal foods or a shot, sublingual, or sometimes you can get the tablets that dissolve under the tongue, because the missing intrinsic factor, as all humans need these 4 nutrients, are really challenging. And the people suffer both mentally and physical fatigues with the deficiencies that can even be permanent nerve damage, along with emotional outbursts, decline in brain function, and even shorten one's life. I mean, it's pretty scary, isn't it, Kelly?
Sadly, Karen, I think a lot of people as they age just accept that, hey, I'm getting older. Maybe I have no energy because I'm getting older. That's not the case. You've always taught me we have to go to food, we have to go to supplementation, and we have to take a look at our daily choices. And, I still live by the 80/20 rule, Karen, that you taught me about all those years ago. So thank you for that. Now, I want to talk about the second factor that kind of leads to fatigue. If you wouldn't mind sharing that with our listeners, Karen.
The IBS and advanced bowel disease, is absolutely more prevalent than people realize today. It actually sets up for many, many different conditions of the body, as I've written about, in my books. The Tufts study actually was one of the first studies on a large population that revealed how low the hydrochloric acid going into the stomach that causes disease is within our population. And it's really due to, again, poor absorption. We don't have the B complex, friends, that is needed to stimulate this hydrochloric acid that is so critical to absorb our protein and our minerals, friends. So again, this leads into the third factor,
Yeah.
which is underfunctioning organs and glands, that we need that higher level of vitamin E along with trace minerals. So it really, sets up these deficiencies that we can't power the glands like the pancreas. I mean, there's 9 studies that show that when you take an aloe, the aloe actually helps, along with all the trace minerals that it provides and absorbing the E better, to have a functioning pancreas for having proper insulin flow. And there you go. You start getting the energy right away, along with thyroid function, which is so important for metabolism to create healthy energy, to exercise. So
Yeah.
exercise is extremely important.
It really is. And that's the problem, though. A lot of people are feeling fatigued, and then you tell them to go and exercise, and they're like, no way. And this is where, if you start on a good quality aloe and you start making these changes, dietary changes, getting rid of a lot of the processed foods, incorporating the wand of heaven that I like to coin it, which is aloe vera, you will see this. But in order to get yourself to that point, number 4 is imperative, Karen. And what is that?
Well, detoxification of toxicity inside and out, we really must understand that the body gets stuck. And that's where, if you start covering the basics with hydration and healthier foods. And the shortcut, aloe, whether it's from the plant or the Aloe Life products, it really helps you start absorbing water. FYI, aloe makes water wetter, and we're 70% water to help the glands function properly. So you need the exercise, you need the vitamin E, and the shortcut, which we use, which is so helpful. It's like a motivation in a bottle, taking aloe for energy, friend.
And also blood sugar. I mean, that's something we've talked about for years, you and I on the show, is the managing of the blood sugar, as you mentioned, insulin. And I think we have a lot of different people with a lot of different walks using Aloe Life and getting benefits. But I wanted to ask you a question, Karen, and this has always been on my mind since knowing you all these decades. When you were in that clinic that day, did you know why you felt energized by using aloe, or do you know now? I mean, what was the secret behind it?
It was such a good question to reflect on. I do know now, but at the time when we actually opened the first bottle of the whole leaf juice concentrate to see if it would really truly help to energize our HIV and cancer patients, I didn't expect much at all. But again, definitely because of the increased absorption and immunity support that our patients were getting, it really supercharged energy, improving everything that we felt and they felt. And now I understand that it's because of the Linus Pauling Institute study that showed that the absorption went up 30% in these first human controls. And also they found in Oregon, at the Oregon University, that it improved the cleansing, the regularity of the bowels, and also the immunity action on the fungus, the Candida albicans. And that they concluded that the die-off was amazing through testing their urine, this chemical in the urine. And that's why all these humans were feeling so much better, less joint pains, better bowel regularity, and bingo, energy, Kelly. So so now I know, I understand more about why our patients started feeling better and better, almost all of them. It was really quite remarkable. And that just led to the Aloe Life products.
Yeah, I'm glad you were in that room because that's how Aloe Life was created. So again, so many families and so many people have been helped. And we have a minute and a half before we go to break, Karen. And I just want to pat you on the back because you do a lot of education when it comes to vitamin E. I feel like a lot of people aren't touting and encouraging people to make sure they're getting proper vitamin E levels in. So I'm glad you're here with us today to share more on that.
Yeah, vitamin E is essential for all the glands to function properly. In fact, it helps the actual bone marrow to make more cells. And in just 1 month, the research at UCSD found that adding 400 units for adults in just 1 month significantly improved their immunity function. And then you've got that bioavailability study that also shows that it starts getting into the bloodstream through the plasma up to 300% greater. It's no wonder that the aloe has been used to help people feel more energy from kids and adults and even your pets.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I know we have to go out to that break, but I've been dealing with some allergies lately. We had a bunch of eucalyptus trees where I live trimmed, and they were very waterlogged. And we have about 20 trees, and they're pretty big. They've been around about 100 years. And not only was I upping my aloe, but I started to use the eardrops because I was feeling a little clogged in that left ear. And goodness, within, I would say, a day, I was able to hear. As a radio host, I have to be able to hear, Karen. So I'm really grateful for the Aloe Life herbal eardrops, not only for humans, but we've used it for our pets along the way. All right, listeners, we got to run out to that break. Please go and check out aloelife.com. Again, that's aloelife.com. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about what Karen saw with some of her patients and the fatigue connection and anemia. So make sure you stick with us. And we're also going to give you a special discount if you'd like to try any of the wonderful Aloe Life products. Be right back after the break.
We all know using quality supplements is key to providing the body with the proper nutrients it needs, but taking a handful of pills each day can be challenging and expensive. Immune Health is proud to introduce Commune, the next level in immune support. Commune is a breakthrough 5-in-1 formula containing quercetin phytosome, clinically proven to have up to 20 times more absorption than regular unformulated quercetin, plus chelated zinc from Albion, vitamin D3, vitamin C as Pure Whey C, and vitamin K2. The 5 best researched ingredients for immune support in one convenient and comprehensive formula. Commune is gluten-free, vegetarian, and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
To learn more about Commune, visit betterimmunesupport.com. That's betterimmunesupport.com. You can get 25% off your first order using the code FOREVER25. That's forever, the number 2, the number 5, at betterimmunesupport.com.
Are you looking to cultivate a happier, brighter you? Feeling sad, irritable, fatigued, or hopeless and not sure what to do next? It's not uncommon that we feel this way from time to time. For some of us, these feelings are intense, and it can be difficult to sort out why they can't be brushed aside. There is hope. Enjoy is a combination of essential nutrients, naturally uplifting vitamins, minerals, and adaptogenic herbs that support emotional strength and a positive mood. The blend of natural ingredients formulated in Enjoy help uplift mood and balance the stress response on the body. Enjoy works in 3 distinct ways to enhance and promote emotional strength, supports healthy levels of neurotransmitters, promotes a positive mood, and helps the body's natural resistance to stress. Learn more at redremedies.com. That's REDD remedies.com. Listeners can save 20% off site-wide when using the code FOREVER at checkout. That's REDDremedies.com.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, hope you're learning so much today. I'll tell you, I've been educated by Karen Masterson Cook for 30 years, and I still learn so much every time I talk to her. And again, this is our 4th special episode that we've done with our good friends at Aloe Life. So if you've missed that, I highly encourage you to go listen to some of our past shows. The most recent one was episode 513, and we talked about mental health for overall health. So go and check that out. There's a wonderful article that goes along with it on the Aloe education portion at aloelife.com. Karen, again, thank you so much for joining me today. I think a lot of people have questions about these particular topics, especially surrounding fatigue. So if you don't mind, Karen, I wanted to ask you, as we've been referencing some of your patients, how is the fatigue with your patients diagnosed as anemia? Was there lab work and a dietary intake questionnaire? And did you suggest Aloe for everyone once you found that out? Share a little bit more on that journey.
Yes, absolutely, Kelly. And I actually got so excited about how well the whole leaf juice concentrate worked with the patients that I did suggest it to just about everyone. And that's how I really began writing my little book, Gift of Nature, because it was really helping so much, as far as energy and immunity and so much more. And we were able, the blood tests were great to see the before and after Aloe showing the improvement with protein, hemoglobin, red blood cell counts, and iron, plus even B12 we would test for sometimes, but sometimes the doctor would just give them a shot if they were feeling kind of listless, which is always great to do. But the addition of the Aloe resulted in most patients feeling so much better. I mean, it really truly became a shortcut to see the energy and the progress much quicker than just relying on the good protocols that we used before. So later I understood that looking at the aloe plant and the other products on the market required a much stronger product. And that's how Aloe Life came to be. So it contains all the 100 actives in the plant itself, the 75% nutritional ones, including electrolytes that help so much with fatigue. Over 50 trace minerals are in the product, including, electrolytes and even the vanadium and molybdenum that help with the pancreas for blood sugar, and so much more. And 25, friends, phytonutrients, including the human immunity factor from the polysaccharides, acetyl mannose. If you ever want to Google that one, it really shows you how the macrophage get busy and actually engulf any of the invaders, whether it be HIV, cancer microbes, bacteria, or even fungus. I really witnessed the immunity action with the patients And that was just so much fun, Kelly, to actually write the little book, Gift of Nature, Aloe Vera Handbook.
Yeah, I love it. I've used it as a reference guide. I've shared it with people. I've given it as gifts. So many cool things in there, especially with the wound study that's laid out within that particular book. So again, people can learn more about that at allolife.com. So Karen, look, I want to go back. The number 5 factor of fatigue and lack of immunity, it can bring about fatigue, but briefly share on the big topic, including the HSV, so herpes simplex virus, and the advocate as a special supplement. Why do you advocate for L-lysine?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked me, Kelly, because I've been doing a deep dive on this subject of herpes simplex virus. It's so highly contagious. So people, other than just having an irritating, sore, a canker sore or something, they haven't really given it the respect it needs because it's an invading microbe. It basically is invading our entire society, kids and adults, and it actually causes a reduced immune system in itself. And that's why we kind of kept it at the end, because the other 4 factors that we've been talking about really increase inflammation in the body. And that's what triggers this virus, herpes simplex. Just by adding L-lysine, Kelly, along with the shortcut, the AlloLife Aloe, can balance out the flare-ups with addressing just a few triggers that I include in my books that really help to rebalance the inflammation of this virus, including foods like keeping them down, like beef and too much garlic and even chocolate. It can really cause problem, and spicy hot foods, friends, that can bring out a flare-up. And the next thing you know, people are feeling incredibly fatigued. But long term, what the researchers are finding is early dementia and Alzheimer's. Isn't that really
That's
scary?
horrible. Yeah, that's horrible.
And we're foodies,
Yeah.
having to, decrease chili, hot sauce, and these types of spices, really seem, like a no-go. But it's really worth it, friends, because, when you start feeling your best, I truly, friends, seeing a quality aloe at work made me a believer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you bring up, this topic. As you mentioned, Karen, not many people are talking about it. And then people can't put their issues together. Like, why am I having this problem? Why am I fatigued? Why, when I eat chocolate, do I break out? Again, we want to try to monitor that as best as we can, because even good foods like tomatoes can become a real issue for people at times. And Karen, I remember a little bit about you writing about a bodybuilder in your first book, Gift of Nature. How did that really show some support when we're talking about the immunity factor?
Yes, Kelly, that was a pivotal moment. Having worked previously at the Livingston Clinic, I had a true respect for cancer, as you know, and seeing a lung tumor reverse on this bodybuilder made me a believer in all the research being done in Texas at the Dallas-Fort Worth Medical Center on cancer, HIV, shingles, herpes simplex virus, and more. Truly, friends, seeing a quality aloe at work made me a believer. And no, if the fatigue is constant, make sure you get in to get a checkup. Okay, that's always good, because fatigue is an actual symptom of the immune system, not working for you. And we want to make sure that you are very appropriate. Also at the clinic, I remember a patient with a partial bowel obstruction that improved so much with aloe concentrate. It sparked my interest to learn more about bowel disease, the science too, and gradually wrote my big book, Beyond Gluten Intolerance. I learned how the IBS-IBD affects almost everyone, Kelly. As you know, 80% was directly linked to the fatigue that I was seeing, mental illness, and failing health, and so much with kids and adults. The scientific facts finally proved to be an inflammatory disease from excessive antibiotics and certain glutinous foods, the 12 triggers to be precise, that, including tomato and other spicy foods, and the wheat and the milk and the sugar, causing destruction and absorption of the small intestine. The research doesn't lie. And that's what was so amazing, that finally IBS became an actual disease. And it was definitely another piece of the healthier energy puzzle to help people understand that it's not just one thing. It's not just looking at a lack of green vegetables, which are very important. It's really looking at all 5 of the different factors for fatigue, friends. And that's why Aloe Life is so helpful for renewal with the growth factors, that it helps to mend the actual intestinal villi in the small intestine, where the absorption is so important, friends. And also the natural sterols in the aloe plant that help reduce inflammation, the saponins for disinfectants, plus the immunity factor mentioned earlier, 15 times stronger in the Aloe Life products than any other product on the market today. It's truly the best buy, friends.
Absolutely. And again, we have tons of people over the years that we've talked about, Karen, who have had the benefit. And again, great partner in health over there at Aloe Life. I encourage you to spend some time on their website. That's aloelife.com. And being a great partner in health, they always give our listeners a little bit of a discount. I believe there's over 17 products to choose from. We'll talk a little bit more when we come back from the break. But if you use the code HEALTH20, that's HEALTH20, you'll get 20% off your first order there at aloelife.com. And they're giving a big discount, 50% off on their certified organic daily greens in tablet or powder form. And again, this is a very sweet tasting greens and just something easy to incorporate into your daily smoothie. For me, I personally put it in water. Did you know 1 scoop equals 3 servings of veggies? So it's a really great shortcut for those who don't really like to get the consumption of their daily fruits and vegetables in. And I want to encourage you to follow them on social media. I saw a great post on Instagram the other day at Aloe Life International, and they were comparing some of the different aloe products in the marketplace. So if you wonder, is all aloe created equally? I'll tell you right now, it is not. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more with Karen, and she's going to share a bioavailability study with us. So stick with us. We'll be right back after the break. If you get lost along the way, or you're working out and couldn't write down the special discount, we have that listed right on the weekly highlight page at foreveryoungradio.com. If in addition, if you have questions, you can also give them a call. That number is 800-414-ALOE. Again, 800-414-ALOE. More with Karen Masterson Cook right after the break.
Do you have a health plan in place so you can start having a healthier outlook? Many of us are struggling with low immune function, digestive upset, decreased energy, skin issues, and many other challenges. So why not get started on a healthier path today with aloe vera? Aloe vera contains many vitamins and minerals that are vital for proper growth and function of all body systems. There's a big difference in aloe products. Since 1991, Aloe Life has been dedicated to developing only the best quality aloe vera products at the best price. By producing a whole leaf juice concentrate that contains more value from the natural occurring actives and only uses certified organic leaves in all 17 products. Support for digestion, detoxification, immune response, energy, and skin health. Do something good for yourself and visit aloelife.com. That's aloelife.com and use the code HEALTH20 for 20% off your first order. Also available at health food stores nationwide and Amazon. With Aloe Life, being healthy never tasted so good. aloelife.com.
Are you ready to take the leap towards optimal health using one of the oldest tools in the Book of Functional Foods? It's not a plant. It's not an animal. It's something in between. It's the humble mushroom. Why mushrooms, you ask? Well, certain types of mushrooms have been used for centuries in traditional medicine practices around the world. They are packed with essential nutrients and unique compounds that support immune function, improve mental clarity, promote heart health, and increase energy levels. Real Mushrooms is trusted by thousands of health practitioners and happy repeat customers for providing high-quality mushroom supplements that can help boost your overall health and longevity. Each batch of mushrooms undergoes rigorous testing for purity and potency. All mushrooms are extracted to ensure all beneficial compounds are preserved in their natural form. Visit realmushrooms.com and start experiencing the incredible benefits of these premium mushroom supplements. Use code FOREVER30 at checkout for 30% off your first purchase at realmushrooms.com. That's FOREVER30 for 30% off your first purchase today.
Has your digestive health been striking out due to poor food choices, medications, stress, and other lifestyle issues? This season, hit a home run for your digestive health with Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics. Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics is a live probiotic encapsulated in small, easy-to-swallow capsules that delivers Dr. Ohhira's signature blend of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Dr. Ohhira's award-winning formula contains a prebiotic blend of fruits and vegetables, which are naturally fermented with 13 strains of live probiotic bacteria for a minimum of 3 years. The result? Dr. Ohhira's game-changing postbiotic metabolites, which are key to supporting long-term digestive, immune, and cognitive function. Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics, an all-star formulation and the best probiotic on the market today for overall digestive health and wellness. Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics are available at fine health retailers nationwide and online.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, learning so much about the benefits of aloe vera on the show today with a truly an expert in the field, and that is Karen Masterson Cook, clinical nutritionist and actual founder of Aloe Life. And Karen is a wonderful author. So if you go to aloelife.com, please look into incorporating the books. I mean, Beyond Gluten Intolerance is so important for anybody. It's really more on all aspects of health. I kind of look at it as a health Bible. I go in there for little shortcuts when I need it. And I was so blessed to be a part of that and be able to share a recipe. So again, Karen, grateful to have you with me today.
Well, it's wonderful to be with you and the listeners and talking about health and the value, the shortcut with using aloe vera, with Aloe Life's aloe vera, which is a concentrate. Each bottle is equal to 4 bottles of quality aloe. And, we don't guess, we test. And we know that so many products on the market today taste just like water. And you can see the color difference too. I mean, Aloe Life looks dark golden yellow. And when you have a product on the shelf that tastes like water and it looks like water and it tests that it's water. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's true these days, friends, that there's a big difference in aloe products. And that bioavailability study that was done in 2003 and 2007 at 2 different universities were just incredible because it showed how people are lacking the digestive juices, the hydrochloric acid in the stomach from a lack of B complex that's hard to digest. Okay, it all comes back to poor digestion. Yet using a quality aloe actually increased the absorption of vitamin E almost 300%, friends. And that means since it's so essential for all the glands, the whole body to have a strong immune system and all the glands to work, that means health and energy. And a quality aloe actually improves it almost 3 times, that it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is a no-brainer. Yeah, and it's something you've used every day. You know what I mean? And I love that. I love people who own companies who continue to feel the belief of why they open that company. You opened Aloe Life to help people. You opened Aloe Life because you thought you could find and put a better product out there for families, which you've had a lot of success in doing. But we all need the super nutrition, I believe, in today's world with all the toxicity that we're up against. So could you share how the listeners can begin to maybe feel good again with applying certain modifications in their day-to-day?
Well, absolutely. Definitely. It's no wonder that people feel better with more energy and so much more. The skin support and, even their dental health, is improved so much. And Aloe Life has their new tooth gel, which is really exciting. I love the flavored one with cinnamon, which is also antimicrobial. There's so much infection, that can develop in the mouth with kids and adults and leading to dental caries and so much more, that can even carry into the body. So make sure you make that shortcut with the tooth gel by Aloe Life. Yet the vitamin C was also found to be absorbed over 200% better, friends, and the B12 timed release. And when you understand that it really is going to help you, I mean, I've never felt better and I've never been older, as a healthy senior. I want to keep absorbing my B complex and B12 because it is the happy vitamin. And vitamin C, you mentioned your allergies, can flare, and it's allergy season right now with springtime amongst us. Actually building healthier collagen and integrity of all the tissue in your nose and your lungs is accentuated, way over 30% adding just a quality aloe because you start absorbing your vitamin C and bioflavonoids that build structure in the body. And that leads into the wrinkle study that showed that women were building much higher, up to 30% more type 1 collagen. So, it's a gift of nature that keeps on giving, Kelly and friends. And that's why I never want to stop talking about the quality, because it's the number one herbal superfood of today. I know you like the orange papaya, right? You
Yeah,
started with,
that's where I started. Yeah, that was like 2002, I think, if I'm remembering right. My first
wow.
step was the orange papaya aloe juice concentrate. I began to feel better. I began to have more energy, but that has evolved for me over the years. I currently use 4 to 5 different aloe products in my day to day to help with my energy since I have Hashimoto's, and it's been wonderful. But what do you suggest? People are hearing the show today. They may be in line and have some of the issues we've referenced. What is the best way for them to pick a product to try that comes from Aloe Life?
In working one-on-one with so many people across the world, and the United States, that it's best to take a product that you're going to take every day. Look at it as an herbal multiple, not as just when you're in crises, having gut issues with an ulcer, or having so much fatigue, that you're really tired, and then you start feeling better and you stop taking it. So it's better to take a tablet if you really don't like the idea of the juice, even though the Aloe Life tastes more like a tomato juice. I think it's so refreshing,
Yeah, I
and
love it.
it's real smooth. It's not yucky tasting like other aloes, because we really watch the heat. We only do a flash heat. That's why we retain the immunity factor, and we are the only aloe on the market now with human immunity, because we don't overheat or overfilter our products. So it might be the cherry berry, the delicious cherry berry, or the orange papaya that you started on. They're kind of like entry aloes, because they're only 20% that wonderful fruit juice, with the therapeutic 4 times concentrated whole leaf aloe with the yellow sap. Okay, the
Yeah.
yellow sap is where so much of the anti-inflammatory properties and the immunity is actually found, right under the outer leaf. And that's why it's so important, friends, to listen to the science, that the whole leaf and the concentrate is better, because you only take 1 to 2 ounces. You don't have to take cups and cups. And it's not that easy to use the plant, even though you can. So again, use the product that you like, and take it before meals. It's best because it is an herbal bitter. It stimulates that important hydrochloric acid to start flowing into the stomach. And you might want to partner it with Fibermate. If you
Mhm.
have slow bowels, it stops the entire body from being able to function properly. You're going to have brain fog. You're not going to have the energy. And we just had an incredible testimony by a woman who said she listened to the program. She started on the Fibermate, and she now has the best regularity that she's had in her entire life. She is not having to take the pharmaceutical products that are really difficult for the body. And you
Mhm.
might also think about the daily greens for the folic acid. If you don't have folic acid, you're not going to be building blood, and it comes with iron as well, and perhaps a vitamin E, to really help to supercharge the body to a healthier rest of your life, friends. Cleansing, and then, maybe even get into the advanced detox plus concentrate, which I love. If I'm doing any hard labor, or, it's got 3% 10 herbal extracts to speed the cleansing, with liver support, and the Easiac herbs to help with
Mhm.
lymphatics and lungs too. It's so helpful, the Detox Plus, and to also kick up immunity with American ginseng, astragalus, and even cat's claw. These are really heavy, wonderful herbs that get to work along with the aloe to support the body quicker, faster. Even if you're going through special advanced skin issues or even chemotherapy, we find people get the best results using some of the herbal products that we have on this planet.
Again, I'm so glad we were able to cover this important topic of lack of energy, issues with digestion, fatigue, the lack of absorption, so much going on, anemia. And again, in order to get you better feeling and more energized, these are the types of shows that we like to put out. So you can maybe work in with addition to what you're currently doing and make some of those modifications to maybe add in things like a quality aloe vera into your life. And our favorite choice on this show is Aloe Life. You can go to their website, aloelife.com, And they're giving a big discount, 50% off on their certified organic daily greens in tablet or powder form. One scoop equals 3 servings of veggies. So it's a really great shortcut. Plus, on the other products, the other 16, they're doing 20% off, whether you want to get the skin gel, the body heat sports rub for sore muscles, so you could get back to exercising. You can go to allolife.com to learn more about a store near you under their store locator and read more on their health and wellness article section. So many great things, including recipes. But again, use the code HEALTH20 at checkout and you will get 20% off your order. If you have questions, you could call them at 800-414-ALOE. Again, that's 800-414-ALOE. Or if you prefer, you can send them an email. And that email is info@allolife.com. Karen, always such a pleasure.
Oh, thanks for having me, Kelly, and great to be with you, listeners. And my message today is choose health today.
Hope you have a happy and healthy week, and we will catch you next time right here on Forever Young.